Thank you so much, Sherry Renee Thomas, for the introduction. Now, before I get into reading my now Nommo award-winning short story, Rat and Finch Are Friends, a preamble. Rat and Finch Are Friends is a story that I wanted to read as a child, and I'm so delighted that I now wrote it as an adult to my younger self. It is a love letter to my younger self, and also a tribute to Arnold Lobel's Frog and Toad Are Friends. Now enjoy an extract from Rat and Finch Are Friends. Nobody knows Rat because everybody in school calls him by his real name, Okudili, but he will always be Rat to me. The holidays are thinning out. With every new day, the musky smell of old books becomes heavier at the tip of my nostrils, reminding me that school will resume next week. And I understand that school may never be the same. I understand that school will never be the same. Mr. Okeke, the dorm master, had resounded it in my ears that when the new term resumes, I must never talk to Rat. I must never come close to him, that both of us are not to talk to each other. I sensed Mr. Okeke told Rat the same thing when he walked over to the car park where Rat's mother was yanking at his ears. The thought of resuming school terrifies me. The pine tree-lined pathway from hostel to class will revert to its usual bleakness. Sunday dinner, beans and ripe plantain, will be tasteless and difficult to swallow. And night preps will be a recurring session of me falling asleep on the preface of my introduction to geometry textbook. These days, Papa and Mama are always talking in hushed tones. Their eyes dart back and forth in my direction. Everyone at home, Papa, Mama, and the new housekeeper Chikwado, tiptoes around me like I am shattered glass. Doors are shut with extra care, as if something will snap if they slam it too hard. I have dreams of flying, and I have started having dreams of flying. Last, I was flying in the rain when a lightning bolt ripped through my left wing. I was free falling when Mama woke me up and asked why I was kicking the air and screaming the whole house awake. They said Nommo, my father's mother, was a falcon when she was alive. Her wings were so radiant the rainbow envied them. She was beautiful, she was feared. They also said she swooped down on people's farms and destroyed their crops. Nommo was found dead on a Sunday morning, her back pierced by the pointy cross on the church steeple, her wings arched and stiff. People called it witchcraft. When days, weeks, and months and years passed after Nommo died and nobody saw a falcon in the sky, they concluded that my grandmother did not pass her curse to any of her children. This happened a long time ago, 20 years before I was born. I have heard the story of my grandmother a million times, each time with a tone of finiteness and an assurance that the curse has ended. So when I started flying at 6, I refused to tell anyone. At first, I thought it was a dream until I woke up with a bleeding arm after grazing my right wing on a concrete wall the night before. I also learned that there were older children like me, amusus. Unlike my grandmother, I'm a grey-winged finch. The children who were falcons, eagles, hawks, and albatrosses made fun of how little I was. They would fling me into the wind and catch me just before I hit the ground. So I always stuck to the smaller amusus, the bats, the hummingbirds, the swallows, the pigeons, and the crows. It is the first night of the new school year, and we should not be seen together. But here we are, a boy and a finch with no wings, sitting on the hostel roof, counting the stars. Now, I would love to invite Cleo Sama Ase to read from her beautiful story, Behind Our Irises. Thank you.